Okay, everybody. This is Chris, and we're in Satisfactory. And this time, we're going to my main playthrough. I'm pretty late game. Now, I do not have any nuclear power uh, at all in this game. This is my main base. This is my starting location. This was in the Rocky Desert. This is where I started. Um, This is as much of the map as I have uncovered. I don't know if it's all of it. I don't think it's all of it. I think there's more like over here I haven't uncovered yet. I'll get over there. Uh, what I need to do is I've got a lot of bauxite I need to expand on. Sam I need to expand on. There's Sam, Crystal. There's a lot that I've got to do. But my biggest problem right now is power. So over here, I have rocket fuel power plant, and I'm running off of, I believe these are two impure nodes, and I've still got a normal node here I need to grab. So I need to grab that normal node so I can double how much I'm running off of here. So I've got a nitrogen plant over here. I've got some of it being piped back over, so I got 600 per minute being piped over, and then I've got another. Uh, then I've got drones here too that's bottling up, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 600 more of that uh, and send it via drone here. I've already got the drone set up. I just shut it off because I decided to pipe it instead of drone it. But now I'm going to go back to that so that way I've got 1200 coming in and just double the size of my plant here so that way I can double the size of my power. It's going to be a big undertaking. That's going to take a long time. I doubt that very much I'm going to record all of that. Even with my blueprints, over here, this is the Crystal Palace that I call it. This is where I'm pulling all this crystal from over here. It runs over here, and it feeds basically all of my end game stuff. I've got crystal from over here being brought over. I've got iron and limestone and copper as well if need be to bring over via my highway. I've got plenty of belt capacity on this thing that I haven't even used. Um, I'm going to turn this and this one both into sulfuric acid so I can use that. I know I'm going to need it for some stuff, but in any case, the plan is so over here I've still got some coal power going on, which eventually I want to get rid of. Um, I have pure iron ingots now being made. I just finished converting all of that. Um, I've got all this copper. I want to turn these copper nodes into pure iron ingot or pure copper ingots and get that taken care of. All of this iron is in pure iron ingots. This is making rotors, heavy modular frames, and stators, and being sent back via belts uh, to the main factory. And then down here, I've got my oil factory and plastic and rubber using recycled plastic and rubber alternate recipes. That's all being sent back all the way back to my main base to be used. I have plenty right now. I'm actually producing way more than I'm using. I'm sinking a lot of plastic and rubber right now, but I intend to basically overhaul this entire base. It's going to be kind of torn out and redone. So what I was going to do over here, I'm in the beginnings of recreating everything over here, and then I'm just eventually going to shut this down and tear it all out because it's just a mess. I mean, you can see I've just got stuff everywhere. Like some of my earlier elevator parts are here being made. A lot of it's being sunk. You can see a lot of my rubber right here is being sunk. I got plastic over there. And now that's being sunk. I have a lot of stuff just sitting because I don't have it, sunk yet. And so that's going to an awesome sink. it's just kind of a mess, right? So right now I don't have a easy way to get to the refineries. Uh, sorry, to the power that I have over there. This is my trains going to the oil base. I actually have two trains. One is moving compacted coal over there because I do have a turbo fuel plant over there running. So I'm gonna have to go to the crystal base and then work my way over to the power over there. I gotta get that oil, grab that too while I'm at it. So here we go to the crystal base. Whee! So I am using a mod uh, that doubles well, I think it's like 1.5 the speed of the normal hypertube. It's a hypertube Mach 2. Uh, that it really helps move. I'm actually going faster than what the train can take me. You can, if you don't want to use that mod, all you have to do is add yet another entrance and just double them up, and it'll increase your speed for each one of those that you go through. So over here is Crystal Palace. That's a blueprinted bridge up there that I'm moving everything across. Um, so here's my blueprinted bridge. I'm moving everything over here. This is making my crystal oscillators. That's my crystal oscillators factory. I'm sending some of it back over there, or not over there, over there to be used in radio control units. Uh, then I've got iron being made over there. There's my aluminum plant and my electronics plants kind of all together. And then over here, I'm just doing all of my advanced stuff. As you can see, I've only got two more uh, items to make for the elevator. Oops. Oopsies. So dark crystals. So this is making my dark matter crystals. This made my ballistic warp drives, which now I am done with. So technically, think I'm gonna put that on standby. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep making them. Send them into storage, and then worst case, I'll add an awesome sink over here to take care of that. Um, over here, I am making the neural quantum processors because I need them for this guy. So this is making my AI expansive servers. I have all of this being, these two are made here. This is made here. This is having to be droned in. And then that's being sent to storage. I'm only making like 4 a minute, so let's see how many I even have. I have 4. You have 4. So yeah, I got a long way to go with that. So I'm just gonna let it run. Make sure that there's nothing holding it up, and it's just taking its time. Saying idle. Oh, the dark matter residue. Shoot, I didn't do anything with that. Okay, I have to do something with that. What is this? Okay. Alright, so what I need is dark crystals. Dark crystals. I'll turn it this way. Boom. And this will be select recipe. Oh no, I'm sorry. That has to be a particle accelerator. Ooh, let's see if I can make that out here. I don't know if I can. I'll probably have to expand. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get creative, I guess, to get that done. I just need one particle accelerator, maybe 2. I might throw 2 in there. No, I think I just need 1. Hold on, let's see what I need. Particle accelerator. Just kind of set it over there. And then we'll configure it. There we go. Alright, so I need 200 per minute. How much is this producing? 100 per minute. So we just set it for 50%. We just set that for 10. There you go. 100 per minute. 100 per minute. Alright. So I just got to get it over that. So we'll just do this little trick right here. Bring it. I'll bring it there for right now, and then I'll bring it here for right now, and then we do this there and there, and then we do that. All right, so that takes care of that. Clean that up a little bit. And we need power. Let's see. Right there. There's a power pole. There we go. And honestly, I do not need any of it, so I am literally just going to sync it. I'll come back to it if I ever need it, but and one more. Yeah, and that's just for this. I haven't even thought about like nuclear. And nuclear is so involved. Alright. There we go. So that takes care of that. Alright, so that should keep that one running. Alright. So this is crystal. This is all using pure crystal alternates. This is pure iron alternates. Or there's pure copper alternates for my ingots. I'm bringing in SAM from various different places, so I got plenty of that. Right, switch to my rocket pack here. Let's see if the switch to my rocket pack, and away we go. Whee! Woo! That's not what I wanted, but I'm trying to get over here. Alright. Now we'll switch back to that. I got packs over here. Alright, so there's a SAM. Now I'm making oh wow, I'm over here. Okay, so I need to get over here. So the way that you can't just like set a waypoint. That's one thing I don't like in this game. So what I do is I'll just take a random marker. I'll set it on the map, and then I'll click on it, and then I'll highlight it. So boom, there it is. Okay, so that's where I need to get to. So as you can see, I have been all over this place. I will grab power wherever I can. Yeah. Stay away from the poison and the radiation. I'm sure it's down on the ground. I'm sure it's not up here. So Um, yeah, there it is right there. All right, so here's the oil node I need. And I need to get it all the way over there. Okay. So, production, I'm going to oil extractor, get it as close as we can there. We're gonna overclock it max. Alright. Wait a minute. I thought that this was, oh, this is normal. Duh. Because a regular one is 600. Okay, so if this is 300, then I don't have to pipe everywhere. I just got to get to the other one because I think um, the other ones that I have already. Alright, let's see. I don't want it to look like crap here too bad. So let's see. How do I get it over there without it being a big mess? Okay, let's try. Do, 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 do. Let's start with foundations. All right. That's fine. We'll just oop, verticals. Because what I'm thinking about doing, all the way to the top here. All right, and then E, we'll change it to 1. Okay, there. Yeah, this could work. This could work. Kind of have to zigzag. I thought about just not building it on the world grid, but solve the problem. Alright, so, oop. Okay, so if I am correct, this should be 150. Yep, even fully overclocked. So I should be able to put this basically right here. And then I'm going to pump it, bring it all the way across, and then bring it straight down. So, actually, let's do that. So this way it's the right color. Okay, I can't get all the way up there. So what I usually do if I'm in this particular situation is I'm going to take this, I'm going to do an E to 2, okay, and then I'm going to do, oops, go back over here to walls. I'm going to take a basic wall, I'm going to add it onto that, and I'm going to bring it up. And I'm going to do it again. Alright, why is that not on the world grid though? Yeah, alright. There we go. Alright. 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 So then we go back to the wall. bring the wall, and we bring it up. Upsies, as Kibitz likes to say. We're going upsies. Alrighty, so one more. And we take that out right there. Okay, so this is now the path that is going to take. So what we're going to do is, helps if I bring this up, we'll just do this and just kind of take it down. There, do that. Alright. So then we just get out of that menu, go up here, and we're going to put it in the middle. So I am going to have to add pumps. I need power. I got to do all of that stuff, but the idea is to double up how much power I'm producing, because quite honestly, I am almost at my cap. Of, well, I'm actually I'm doing more than what I'm capable of doing here. Alright, now let's get rid of this. Alright, get rid of these. And then we'll do the same with the walls. Because it's easier to bring them down that way, and then we'll just do this. There we go. And then grab that. And there. And then vertical that way. That way. Oh, hello. That was unexpected. That was not supposed to do that. Alright. Okay, so let's do this. And H, E. Make it 2 meters. And then we're going to do a page down. Oh, I can't page down. Why can't I do that? Alright. H. Page down. There we go. There we go. Alright. That's fine as long as the pipe works. Alright. There we go. Okay. So, power's over here. Oop. So if you can grab the cable, and I can never do it, but it's supposed to be able to do that. Alright. So I'm going to set that right there. Connect that guy right there. Now, this will not get up very far. So we're going to need pumps. Alright, so let me go back to this. Get a Mark II pump. Alright, so you flip it to go that way. Then you have to click it once in order to rotate it, which I hate. I wish I could rotate it and move it and all that stuff, but can't. So no point in worrying about it. Just gotta adapt and overcome and keep going. Alright, so there we go. So I may need another one. Yep. So see this thing? This is where it caps off at. So I get close, turn it. There we go. go juice to it. And that should be it. That should be as tall as I need to go. All right. There we go. All right. So now we're pumping. Now we've got 600 total oil. I guess I could remove all this other stuff, but not worried about it right now. Okay, so now I have 600 oil coming in. So that takes care of that. Takes care of that. If you're wondering why I haven't grabbed all these power slugs over here, it's because I'm making power slugs or power shards, so I just haven't had the need to really just go through and process them and all of that stuff. Yeah, sure I can double them, but right now I'm making unlimited, so it doesn't really matter anymore. It used to. It used to be a big deal. And doubling up the power shards, if you see my previous video where I'm out in the Dune Desert, that's at that early stage of the game. Yeah, I am completely and totally doing that. Doubling up my power shards, doubling up all my DNA. What are you doing here? I don't have any more ammo. Oh well. I don't have any ammo. No ammos of anything. Okay. So I literally now have to double the entire size of this entire factory, which is not going to be fun. Let's see. All right. So this is my rocket fuel factory. So I've got, I don't even know how many machines I have anymore. I'd have to look. So the blueprint is 4 machines, 4 generators. So I got 2 levels of this, and I got to double it, right? So this entire factory right here has to double. And so that's the other thing I have to do is I'm going to have to move this nitrogen over too. So do I have 1200 coming in? Oh, I see. I've got this, but I'm not using this drone right now, right? So this drone is not bringing in anything, even though it looks like it is. It's joined. Oh, I've got it split. Okay, so I've got one coming up to take care of half the plant. Yeah, okay, so I need 300 in each one. Let's see, how much nitrogen do I need? So, yeah, I'm running 75 per minute, and I have 4. I have a total of 8. But this is for all of the plant here, right? So I have 8. I used to have a little plant down here for part of this, but I tore it out. So let me double check and make sure I did. Because I had like this little stupid blueprint. Yeah. Yeah, I had a secondary plant. See, a lot of this stuff is being just sunk because I'm. Yeah, here we go. So, yeah, so this one pipe is doing all of it. And this second pipe up here. No, I've got it doing both, it looks like. I gotta look and see how I'm doing this. Because this is 600 coming in. I know I'm splitting it right here. Alright, so I'm splitting it here. Pumps aren't necessary. So this is the piping coming from that other base. I'm gonna have to look and see what I've got coming because this is 600. And then I have this coming in for the unpackager, but I'm not using that drone right now. So technically this is doing nothing. So let me take this out because I'm going to reuse that. And I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go. I'm going to put this here and then grab that Yeah, so this is a gas, so you don't need pumps or any of that stuff. So, all right, so that should take care of that. Because, like I said, I'm not bringing anything in yet, but I'm going to. So because now that I've doubled my oil production, um, I've got pumps and stuff here for all of that. So I'm bringing up. This is kind of a water tower type situation that I made for my water and my oil. So I have to double up to basically recreate this, but since I didn't blueprint it, same with my refineries. So all I have to do, look at how much I'm sinking. I'm sinking a lot of coal. I think this is compacted coal because I have sulfur. Let me see. How does it work? Yeah, compacted coal coming out. All right, so I'm sinking all of my compacted coal right now. Uh, I intended to do turbo fuel with it, but since I already have, uh, I was going to drone it back all the way over to my turbo fuel plant so I can take off some of that stuff, but I'm not making enough. I have to look and see how much I'm making. See, because I think this is polymer resin that's being sunk. Yeah, so the polymer resin's being sunk, and compacted coal is being sunk. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 refineries kicking out crude, bringing in 30 crude oil. Now, I could just overclock these to 200%. I could overclock. Well, I can't. I don't think I can overclock everything to 200% because my water is still maxed out, right? Because I can only fit 600 in the pipe. So even if I overclock my refineries and I can make everything I need from there, I'm still gonna be tight on my water. So I can't double. So I'll have to increase my blenders. So that makes fuel, and then this makes the compacted coal into my rocket fuel. So it's making, let's see, 75. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 8. 8 times 75. So I'm going to say I have 8 times 75. So that's a full 600. So I would have to double this. Oops. I'd have to double this part, and double all of that, which is not going to be fun because I've got those under here. So, and this is not tall enough. So that means I'm going to have to bring all this. So doubling that's easy. Doubling this is not, right? So I've got terrain that's in the way. I've got to work around that. I thought about just building straight out here. So the issue is that I kind of wanted to do my nuclear power plant out this way, like over the water. So I, had a nice big chunk of water to work with. Now I do have some area north, right? So I can go north. I don't know where the boundaries are for how far out I can go. I know somebody mapped it out once, but I don't have that mapped out yet. So what I'm going to do is, since I got all the oil and stuff over here, I was thinking about just building it because there's my uranium. Just start from here. I have a bunch of uranium surface nodes here, but I just need to get rid of them. So just build the nuclear power plant out here eventually. Because there's that uranium. I know I found at least. Yeah, here's another one. This one's an impure. So I got to figure out how to get that all the way from there all the way over here. So impure, I'll probably drone, and I'll do all of that right here. I'll make all the stuff I need for it. Because I gotta look and see what I even need for, to process the uranium. Because I'm pretty sure I can't do that with. I'm sure that's constructors at the minimum. Let's see. Oh wait, I know how to figure this out. Uranium. Okay. So I need, and it's made in a manufacturer. Okay, and then encased uranium cells is a blender with sulfuric acid. So that's a liquid I got to deal with. So like I said, I'm going to make the sulfuric acid. Where was I looking at that? Oh, right here. So I'm going to make the sulfuric acid here. And I think I can actually package it. If I can package it, I'll drone it. I'll drone it, unpackage it, and then I'll take the excess, I'll repackage it and sink the excess. So that way I don't ever have to worry about having anything weird. So the name of the game is to do Fixonium fuel rods, right? This is the end of the game uh, power setup that you want, right? So it's got dark matter residue. Yeah, so Fixite Trigon. I'm making quite a bit of those, and I think I'm still sinking plenty of it, but I gotta make enough. But one nuclear power plant, even if I'm running one uranium, one plutonium, and one fixonium power plant, just 3 power plants, produces almost as much power as what this entire uh, what this entire power plant does. So let me look and see. I'm curious. I just can I even place one here anywhere? Let's see. Yeah, let's see. All right, so let's take a look and see what it can do here. So the fuel. Uh, let's see. So right now, base. If I it produces 2,500 megawatts. One of these guys. Yeah, so it's 10, 1 to 10. It's 10 of these. One of those is 10 of these, right? Insane. The problem is the waste. And you literally have to create a lot of support for this. So it's not quite 10 to 1. I mean, because look at all the machines required to support this. But all the machines needed to support this with. I mean, I wish I could skip to Fixonium, but there is no way. Because if you look, let's see, plutonium. So to get the plutonium pellets, you need non-fissile uranium, uranium waste, in order to make plutonium pellets. And then you got to do that with concrete to make your encased plutonium cells. Then to get the plutonium fuel rods, you need to have the encased plutonium cells, some steel beams, electromagnetic control rods, and heat sinks. So you need all of this just to make this. There is an alternate though, pressure conversion cubes. Now those are not any easier to make. I mean it's almost as bad as this. I don't know if it's any better to be honest, other than the fact that I can do it in an assembler instead of a manufacturer. And then the plutonium waste is what you need for the fixonium. So this fixonium you need in order to So the Fixonium fuel rod, you need Fixonium, more electromagnetic control rods, the Fixite, photonic, and you need a quantum encoder, which chews a ton of power, right? So then we can go to uranium. So this now what you can do, now this is what I've seen a lot of people do is they just get to this part and stop, right? So you just take the uranium waste, you mix it with silica, um, nitric acid, and sulfuric acid. I don't know which one of these I'm going to do because silica I can get. I have plenty of silica being made at my uh, aluminum base. I probably can bleed some off, or there's other crystal that I haven't even touched yet. So I'll kind of look into that. So I'm kind of in the pre-planning phases of the nuclear. I just know that right now I have got to increase my power output so to where I can get there. Because see, if you look, my max consumption is higher than what my production is. And currently consuming 84, but if everything was running as it's supposed to, which I don't think everything is, it'd be at 123. So by doubling this, I will increase a lot of my capabilities. So yeah, I need to. I think I'm just going to overclock the refineries. Well, I don't know. I got to see how much comes out here. So that's 40 times 10 is 400. So the most I could do is 600 anyway. So I would have to do 400 and 400. So if I made it 100 per, right? 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would have to make two more refineries so I could do 1200. So I do two at 600, even though I only need 400, right? Because it's only taking in, these blenders are only taking in 50, right? So 51, 52, and then there's double, so 400. So I only need 400. So if I double this, that would make 800. Hmm. And I was thinking I was probably going to go this way with it. Like if I doubled it, it would go up this way. So, and then, so this would be the center. And then I would put another wing on the other side of this to make that double, which is what I think I'm going to do. So uh, I'm going to keep working on this, and I'll get back to you when I get this done. So I think that's good enough for now. We are uh, just going to have to call it a day, I think. So next video, I should have this part done, and then we'll go into the next phase.